I might be streaming. I might be streaming. We don't know. We're gonna find out. We are going to find out if I am live or not. I'm sorry if this is if this isn't entertaining. Alright, we got alright, we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. Yeah, we got it. Hey, 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 hey. Alright, alright. This is kind of like one of those things that that just kind of happens out of the blue. I just thought of doing this, and you know, just sharing the stream right now. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing today, tonight? Are you all having fun, having a great day? I hope you all are having an amazing day. And I'm sorry I'm not really like looking at the camera here. I am sharing, promoting the stream real quick that we can get to starting. I have been super excited actually to start doing a lot more reactions. I've been meaning to do some of these a lot more. How are you all today? I know I keep asking that. I'm sorry. I am. I'm mainly just super excited to get into this because I have not done that or done this in a while. I haven't truly done this, and I haven't done this with the mask on. It's really interesting. This is new. This is really new. So for now, I'm going to have YouTube pulled up separately to the side. Oh, you're gonna barely be able to see what's in my reflection of my eyes here. Mm. I don't know if I like that. What's up? What's up? What's up? Making a beat? What's up, Dons? What's up, Ascetic? Thank you all for at least tuning in. I am excited. I am super excited because today I have a reaction. I have a reaction. I have a reaction. Is that pillow in the background your logo? Yes, it is actually. I should move it. I should move it so it's more clear. Hold on. It's my logo. It's my logo. It's let me pull it. Let me see. Should I? Nah, it's good. It's good. It's good where he is. It's good where he is. I am excited because this is something I've wanted to do for a while. Uh, I haven't been able to do the reaction that I've wanted to. I unfortunately, uh, not too long ago, was let go from my job, so I've been on the job hunt, and I've been doing that every single day. I needed a short break. I just needed a short break. I've been sending in applications and whatnot. It is tiring, to say the least. Um, I don't know how else to describe it. It's a little doesn't feel great. Um, but I will say that I am excited nonetheless to get something to get back into something, get back in the groove, of both work, and then whenever I have that settled and I am ready to go, I will be able to finally put the rest of my effort into all of music channel, like content creation. If there's anything I've learned, it's that I really, really, really want to do content creation. I really, really want to. And I'm willing to do what it takes. I'm willing to put in the hours to this thing. I'm willing to do so much. I'm sorry if you hear background sound. It gets hot in this room, um, or humid, whatever. I have a fan on. I apologize for that, but the sound shouldn't. It should be drowned out whenever I pull up a song here. The reason I wanted to do a Scraton song, I wanted to react to Scraton. This Murder Drone song is gonna be fire, ain't it? I uh I gotta talk about the Murder Drone song. You brought it up, and now I've got to. You the Murder Drones song right now. I have some background for it, and I have a lot of genuine like personal excitement. Genuine like there. I have a feeling about this that is so it runs so deep. I feel it religiously to an extent. Like it is such a good feeling about this song and how well it's going to do, or something good is going to come out of this in some way, shape, or form. And not to mention, originally the reason I say this all is because it came together like puzzle pieces. There and I can give some explanation. Um, is that I had thought about watching Murder Drones. I had seen clips of it on TikTok, caught my eye a little bit, but I didn't feel like actually like watching it. I didn't actually feel like giving it like my full attention yet. And then JK, my good friend JK, we had actually gotten in a call together. And in said call, we had actually we talked about it a little bit, and he suggested that I watch Murder Jones because he had watched it. He went at it and watched the whole thing, and he loved it. Loved it. Thought it was funny. It's so quotable. It was a is one of his. You think it'd be one of his favorites by the way he was talking about it. Uh, I don't know if it is one of his favorites or not, but I still didn't want to. But I feel like he pushed me again later. It's like decent, but the kind of confusing. Yeah, it is. It's really it's strangely confusing because it's so simple. You think it's so straightforward, but somehow it's not. I don't understand that, but it's really kind of cool. But what gets me is JK was pushing again. So I finally took one day. Um, I last worked at a little factory warehouse, and they gave us a 2 week shutdown for Christmas. So I didn't have much to do. I took that time to I took one day, binged the entire series, and I was like, oh man, this is so interesting. And I didn't like it as a show. I appreciated it so much more for what it was, and the fact I would have loved it, like fell in love with that show when I was younger, when I was like an actual like teenage, going through teenage angst and whatnot. That was one of the shows I 100% would have fell in love with, would have confided in when I was like 15, 14, 16, like that area in life. And I know there's so many kids that's like that today, that they love this show. I mean, you see all the comments from different people that like that audience is the audience I want to make music for. which is why I started to get the feeling maybe I should make a track over Murder Drones. I never wanted to do music over stuff that was just inherently popular. JJK, I don't make tracks on that. Um, Trends, I don't really make a ton of tracks on that when it comes to like, oh, who's the most popular character now? Endeavor, I never made a track over Endeavor. Never made this, never made that. It never appealed to me to go after the trends, but it appealed to me. It came to me later that I wanted to make tracks for those that were in my position where I felt like I needed these shows or these series, these sources of media that made me feel like I could confide, not confine, confide in them whenever I was a angsty teen. I mean, as an angsty teen, you start to feel like you got the whole world against you. Some of these different series, like even My Hero to an extent, like My Hero Academia. Yeah, and trends are hard to keep up with. I agree. It to me, it means so much more if I can make one song, if I can make the song that kids that were at that area, they can find that one song that they're like, oh, I love this. I love this song because I love this series. And that's why I wanted to do super nerdcore stuff. I wanted to do heavy traditional, where the song took place in the universe. I didn't want to make a track and say like, oh, it's really a track about me, but I'm using maybe a reference here or two to the series, just feeding off the series. No, I wanted to act it in a sense. And what's up? Champs! Champs! I love the champs! What's up? What's up? And this isn't me dissing on anyone that does that style. There's different style preferences, and I think that's one of the best things about nerdcore is you can do what you want. There was a long time ago where I think it was Schwabity that had said like, I don't want to do the same retelling thing over and over, and that's fine. That's very fair. You can do what you want to do. For me, I've always felt like I wanted to make the track that felt like it could be from the series. I did not want to make just a retelling. I wanted to make a track that you'd feel like was from the character, like the character would sing it, or it was from the series, like it was a theme song or whatever. And it could be something that different artists, or not artists, but different like audiences, if they came to see a Murder Drone song, they would listen to that song and come out of that song thinking and feeling, man, this is what I came to see. I came to see a Murder Drone song, not some song about someone else just singing their heart out. And that's, again, not dissing on it. This is just my personal preference of what I've always wanted to do. And I've kind of started to feel that recently. And again, it felt like puzzle pieces with the Murder Drones thing. I'm not going to say what character yet, even though, it is known. It is a Syntessa song. It is a Syntessa song, and it is featuring JK, because he got me into it. And it's been a while since I've actually truly collaborated with JK. We did get him on a FNAF song over the FNAF book, The Fourth Closet, on a song called Circus, produced by Aesthetic Music. Shout out Ace. And we even got Megaran. Megaran had reacted to it. And he had commented that he said it was dope. He liked it a lot. And that it just means so much to me that it's amazing. It's amazing to see. Hello, Ichigo Kurosaki. Hi, everybody. I hope everyone is having a good day and that the stream is going well so far. I'm going to go ahead and lurk for a bit. Go ahead, feel free to lurk. I'm glad to have everyone here. I'm glad that there are people here that are just coming to hang out, even, or just to learn, just to be here. If I can be a source of entertainment, I am happy. I'm happy with it because we are going to be reacting today to one of my favorite artists, Scraton, and I love Scraton for so many reasons. And I actually have some amazing news regarding Scraton by the end of this. And I also wanted to just point out, I want to start wearing this fit more often. I'm going to be upgrading this look because, if being completely honest, glasses a bit too big for me. If I didn't have these headphones on, these glasses would be slipping off, uh, and that is a fact. And same thing with the mask. It's got loose. I don't know what you call them, loose threads, that the parts that hang onto your ear. If I didn't have these headphones on, I bet you everything all be falling off my face. It'd be askew. It wouldn't be right. But I am excited to get into this. I've been wanting to do this for about a year. Strangely enough, the all-time icon. Yeah, it's why I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this a bit more. So you can see it's a little. It is a skew. There we go. It's not. Yeah, it's right. It's right. What it was the. What if it was the Doflamingo glasses instead? See, but that would be copyright. That would be cool though. That would be cool. If I had other special sunglasses, I'd break them out for different occasions. But I say we go ahead and get into this and start where Scraton kind of started. I'm going to pass on the animations and kind of I want to talk on Scraton's music, the audio, um, specifically because me and my friend Flint 4K had fell in love with. We are FNAF heads. We are Five Nights at Freddy's heads. We love. If you can't tell, I love Five Nights at Freddy's. I used to work at a movie theater, and I got very lucky to snag a poster or two before I left. So that right there, you can see in the corner is the Five Nights at Freddy's movie poster, the first one. They're coming out with the second one this year, and you best believe I will be in that theater present. And I am excited to get into this. I am present here, I'm present now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into this Scraton reaction. And we're starting with the very first one Scraton ever came out with, is the Five Nights at Freddy's security breach song called Astray. And I apologize for the ads. I will have those muted the best I can until we get into the track. But being completely honest, I've already heard pretty much all of these. I have heard near every single one of the tracks that we are going to react to tonight, but I wanted to go into each of these songs. Here's a question about FNAF. What's the question about FNAF? Here's a question about FNAF. Who did Michael Afton, as they say in lore, or the Foxy Mask Bully kill? Or who did he kill? That would be the Crying Child. And that was kind of by accident, kind of not. He was asking for something like that to happen whenever he was bullying his little brother like that. But this is the Scraton Five Nights at Freddy's song, Astray. And this is the one that I had. I can't tell if this is the first one I ever heard. There was one of two songs that I had first heard of Scraton, and I was there at the beginning, basically.
want to see something scary?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I just can't stop running away. I don't remember my name. I don't know where to go anymore. Every corner I hide is the same. No matter how much I try, it's never safe to stay. It's not my fault, but I can't really do much. These creepy monsters at me in their clutch. Maybe if I survive, I can finally reach about that security breach.
I don't know why you can just die and make this game be over. I'm always fast, but now it's not, and everything less so.
Oh no. Oh no. No. Internet, don't do this to me.
And everything less longer. It might be crime, but I don't mind. This is my home, you see. Perhaps you should feel that, cause I'm on killing spree. My vision is red, doing what we just met. Nothing makes any sense, shouldn't you be dead? Scar 72, your figure suit. Welcome to our little playground, how does it feel? The one and only button, you gotta wait up forever, stuck in a loop. This can't be real.
Oh my goodness. Internet.
This can't be real. I'm trying my hardest to be able to reach.
This must be what they call security.
I've got to stop it there. I apologize also for my internet troubles tonight. I have no idea why, but this is the first month I have ever had internet troubles like this in a long while. And you can ask a bunch of the other goons as well. There have been nights where it has completely shut off on me. I have never had this issue like this to this extent, and I apologize thoroughly, but we are going to try and make this an experience regardless. Thank you all to who are stopping in and watching and having fun with us, regardless. But the one with the 3D model, Monster Glitch Trap, Glitch Trap is so interesting, and it's just another reason of like, oh, William Afton always comes back. We just realized we listened to this song. We were younger, but we didn't know it was by Scraton. I know, bro. There's so many different songs. There was a song that was by Dan Bull. I didn't know until 5 years later it was him. It was his Creeper song. I didn't know his Creeper song was like that was by Dan Bull until 5 years later. It's just my Wi-Fi on a daily basis. I mean, if there's something I wish I could fix, it'd be Wi-Fi and make sure it does not falter. I really hope it doesn't mess with the stream, and I really hope it doesn't mess with the experience. But because the last thing I want is for people to join stream and they just see me glitching all over the place, and not even the cool way. But I wanted to stop here in the middle because this is also kind of the epitome of like Five Nights at Freddy's music was exactly what I wanted to do when I first started. It was exactly what I wanted to do when I first started. It's actually what I thought my main content was going to be. Like starting Nerdcore, like starting my YouTube channel. Which, by the way, I had just realized the other night. My channel is now officially 6 years old. Yay! My channel is now officially 6 years old. I have been at making music for a little over 6 years now. That is crazy to think. Like, independently, no label, all by myself. I have been working hard and learning Glitch Trap in Alltime's computer. He's in my freaking internet right now. He is in my Wi-Fi. Get him out. But I love it's one of those things that being in this for so long, I have an appreciation as well for other works, especially Scraton's. They Scraton's work really still captures what Five Nights at Freddy's music was when I was first listening to it, what I kind of grew up off of, and they're still doing it regardless of like the new era of FNAF. I mean, FNAF is now going into Security Breach. You got a whole new killer. It's Vanny, even though it is Glitch Trap. It's a whole big mess, and it's a lot to explain. And if you really want to know how much I know, watch Game Theory and then dig a little further yourself. But it's amazing to see what other people get to do, and to see Scraton be able to, for this being their first song, you can hear both them singing as both Vanny here, the rabbit killer, the rabbit killer that you see here in the picture, and some unknown character. Maybe it's Gregory. Maybe it's someone maybe it's an unknown person running from Vanny. Maybe it's a hand unit from the FNAF universe. Rip Matt Pat, that retirement hit hard. Oh, dude, I cried. I'm one of those people that, depending on the moment, I can actually cry. At different. Uh, Matt Pat being one example. Whenever I saw that video, at the very end of it, when he was crying, I cried, because it meant so much. Oh, that dude was childhood to me. He brought me, connected me to Five Nights at Freddy's when I was terrified of it. Like, I utterly would not touch it. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know the story. To a point, my friend said, "You want to know the story? Watch Matt Pat." I watched Matt Pat, and I watched the story, and the story that at least Matt Pat was putting together, he was always retelling what Five Nights at Freddy's was, but he was also making his theories on it, and that was the main point. But he would always retell what happened in each game. So I never technically played any of the games, except for I myself have played a little bit of Sister Location, a little bit maybe of FNAF 3. But I do own Help Wanted, and the reason I wanted Help Wanted is that it technically plays a bit of every game up to that point, except for Ultimate Custom Night. FNAF 1, yes, it's an experience, and I loved it for the reason that you could lore dig into it. You could dig so far into the story, and it was in the fans' hands to also come up with like different theories and different conclusions of what happened in the story. It's so amazing that even still to this day, we can come up with amazing stuff for it. That still, it's been what, a few years since Security Breach came out. There's still Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach stuff coming out, music wise still. Scraton just made like an amazing thing, and it did so well. It did amazingly well. And the reason I say that this one still is so similar to what the older and some of the original Five Nights at Freddy's music was like, it's I don't know the exact genre, but it has like a little bit of dubstep, a little bit of trappish feel to it. It has a breakdown. It has a part in there where the lyrics just stop, you have a drop, and it lets the beat go. You get to listen to it, and you just like, you get to nod your head. It's so fun. It's so amazing. Timeline is really confusing. FNAF 2, it's before FNAF 1, and so on. I forgot what they thought the timeline was. Matt Pat, if I'm correct, tried making a full, complete timeline on it in about 3 separate episodes, and that was his retelling of it. But if I'm correct, it does go FNAF 2 into 1, and then 30 years after what happens in 1, FNAF 3, and I don't know how long after FNAF 3, then you got Sister Location, and I don't know how long after that, but then you got Pizza Simulator, which was FNAF 6, and then FNAF 4 supposedly takes place at the same time as Sister Location, or a little bit after. I have no idea. I used to. Man, I should watch one of those game theory videos tonight. But yeah, I'm taking forever. I'm rambling on. I love FNAF so much. But this is just one of those songs that you listen to and you're like, oh, this takes place in the universe. You can feel like there's Vanny here. It's a song about Vanny, and you hear her. It's amazing to, as a fan, and especially the super fans, you get to sit here and you get to have a song that not only you're just bobbing your head to, it feels like it's from the series.
It's time for me to close my weary eyes. It will be all gone if I can pay some price. I was promised freedom if I play by the rules. Turns out I have all the necessary tools. I am so sick of this forsaken place, feeling like a rat running through a maze. Maybe if I survive, I can finally reach about the security breach.
I don't know why you can just die and make this game be over. Time always flies, but now it's stopped and everything lasts longer. It might be crime, but I don't mind. This is my home, you see. Perhaps you should feel bad, 'cause I'm on killing spree. My vision is red, feeling like we just met. Nothing makes any sense, shouldn't you be dead? Scar 7 shield, your fate nearly sealed. Welcome to our little playground, how does it feel? The one and only burn, you gotta wheel forever stuck in a loop. This can't be real, I'm trying my hardest to be able to reach. This must be what they call security, bitch.
Oh, that's so amazing. Shut. We. No ads here. No ads here. This was amazing. That is the first Scraton song. The first one. And then the second one, which was already out by the time I found Scraton, is called Revision. And I think Revision was the very first one I ever found. And I remember listening to it when I was working at the theater. Because I was an usher and I got to listen to music whenever I was cleaning. And I went through every theater and I got in this FNAF mood and I was just looking for FNAF songs. I found one. A real one. I don't know, shout out to those who get that reference. But Revision, I think, was the first one I found. And then I looked back and they had Astray, which I was like, ooh, this is an amazing artist. And they didn't have the third one out yet. But if you look at now, they have plenty more than just 3. And I think Revision was always somewhat one of my favorites to an extent. I think the third one is my favorite. it's a series, and it's amazing to be able to sit here and you could have a full-on series about just the one character. They do other stuff as well. They do Chronicles of Gregory, Chronicles of Chica, Chronicles of Rock. They did a bunch of Chronicle stuff, which we're going to react to in a minute. And I'm not gonna lie, this mask, this glasses, it's annoying. We finna take them off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the camera. All-time arcade again. FNAF 3 games when they found Springtrap. Yep. Gosh, I love the story. I love the, well, not just the story, but like the whole thing. It's a vibe. It's a style. It's amazing. Unexpected face reveal again. But we have Scraton number 2, Revision. And this one, you can just tell is Glitchtrap is Vanny. Glitchtrap and Vanny. Let me bring it up. You know, that'd be an amazing idea. Bang. Here you go.
Starting up. Error. Boot sequence interrupted. Download sequence started.
Memories, revision, I've been trapped in simulation. You go life, liminal illusion. Mind if I launch you back to our adventure for a sky? Family reunion, nothing personal, my dear, don't be so blind. Anxiety inducing, it's the moment you will die.
You still don't get it, I foresee my own demise. The only reason I could find you is through rolling good old dice. We had some fun, but I can't stand those ugly lies. That's why I want you to look deep inside my eyes. You are mine, you're mine. Don't waste my precious time. It'll take a moment for your body to give in and just decline. So tell me why, oh why don't you resign? Nothing you can do will ever stop me from killing you when all is primed.
Oh my gosh, it's like memory lane. It's like it's just nostalgia listening to these. It really is nostalgic just to listen to them. Even if I listened to them 3-5 years ago, it still feels unbelievably nostalgic. Because I don't remember when exactly these came out. And in fact, I'm about to figure out right now. Oh my gosh, 3 years ago. Revision alone came out 3 years ago. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. I guess time really flies because it feels like so much longer. And I miss the days like when I first found it. You know that Music Lied? I actually I have not heard of Music Lied. And Iron Long Song and One Shot Song. You see, I haven't heard of Music Lied. And there's so many other names I haven't even checked out yet, to be completely honest. I haven't even had the time to really sit down and look into, because I've been working into music, just like the making and content creation of everything. But it's amazing to me that nerdcore is the gift that keeps giving. There's something new everywhere you turn. Everywhere you turn. Sorry, there's water. But yeah, there's something new everywhere you turn. There's always a different artist you haven't heard of yet. See, I haven't even heard of the name Music Clyde. And that means that there's more for me to check. There's more for me to check out, and especially if it's covering Iron Lung, that tells me it's indie horror. So I'll be excited to check that out. Another name I need to look into further. I will go ahead and say I've talked to a little bit, but I haven't truly got to interact with or check out yet. His name is Logan Petipos. I want to look into his stuff as well. But anyway, back to Scraton real quick. The for number 2, this one just it's what drew me in to Scraton. And you could tell it's just a fight between Vanny and Glitch Trap here.
Imagination, reaching further through creation of design, shivering sensation, always moving fast inside the soul, mark down your spine. Final application, searching for his last seen on location, down the line, no configuration, soon to own what should be mine.
I will give it one more try before we call it night. Let's do way to prove myself and finally make everything right. It might seem endless, but I feel we're close to light. This is the one and only chance to take a bite. You are mine, you're mine. Don't waste my precious time. It will take a moment for your body to give in and just decline. So tell me why, oh why don't you resign? Nothing you can do will ever stop me from killing you when all is primed.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good to hear it again. It's so good to hear it again. We are pulling up the next Scraton Fnaf song that happened, and it was a track called Frenzy. And I was here on the channel, or I was watching when it uploaded. I got to see it before.
Molly leaving was.
I got to. Do I know Ultra Kill? Yeah, I know about Ultra Kill. Definitely along the indie side. Same as like Hello Neighbors. Same as I'm sorry, I drew a blank real fast. Baldi. You could even put Baldi in there. Though a lot of those were horror games. Which I don't know why the indie horror side brought me in, but it did. But now we have the Security Breach 3rd installment, Frenzy, and this one was my favorite. And it brings back memories again. It's so interesting to see these tracks again. Even though I probably listened to them last week, it's so cool to be able to have the experience like this. to dive back in, and they still hold up to this day. It's not just like, oh, it sounded cool back then. No, it still sounds cool now. Jenna Chris has done a song called Red Cascade, Chaos is on it. Yeah, I've heard of Jenna Chris doing a song like that. I see a lot of the things that Chaos gets to be a part of. He's been doing amazing work so far. He was actually on the Voice, the Nerdcore Voice thing, and I had heard that he's been continuously going through the levels and whatnot. Shout out to my boy Chaos, I love him. Same thing with Pain. And again, I love seeing my brothers kill some stuff like that. And now we have Security Breach number 3, Frenzy. This one's my favorite. I'm gonna be honest right now. It still holds up as my favorite. And I think it was always between this one and Revision.
The clock is ticking and ticking, just ticking away. Look at the fun we all had till the brink of a day. There is no way out of the nightmare if you're never awake. Closer than ever to the dark when you stay. Why are we skipping and skipping, just skipping the game? If all you need to really do is to press ready and play. Your time is up, life wasted, deceased, what a shame. The only thing I can remember is the name. Gregory, Gregory, Gregory. I don't want to wait for the moment I can end your ugly torment. Left and right, all around, looking for suspicious sound, wanting you to understand. Don't be so astounded. Memory, memory, memory. Lost in lines of code, nothing can be done. The process has begun. In the skies, ready to rise, searching for the precious prize, hiding like the mice. Only certain is suffice.
It's so cool to listen back to these. They still hold up. They still hold up for me. They still hold up. I haven't had... The only problem I think I've ever had listening to a Scraton track has been that they do sound similar, but again, a lot of them are Vanny songs. They still are different every time. The first one was just... It was an introduction and felt like it was an overall Security Breach song. The second one felt like it was a fight between Glitchtrap and Vanny. This one feels like it is just a full-on Vanny-only song. And it's amazing to be able to see the small differences that you can pick out in each one. Drink water. Gotta drink water. Drink your water, folks. But it's so interesting. It still holds up. It still holds up to this day.
This is the one and only warning you are gonna get. Before I turn the lights off, everything will go bad. True be told, you are the most annoying little brat. Maybe it's why I always want to see you dead. Gregory, Gregory, Gregory. I don't want to wait for the moment I can end your ugly torment. Left and right, all around, looking for suspicious sound, wanting you to understand. Don't be so astounded. Memory, memory, memory. Lost in lines of code, nothing can be done. The process has begun. In the skies, ready to rise, searching for the precious prize, hiding like the mice, lost the skies.
Don't want to wait for the moment I can end your ugly permanent. Left and right, all around. Occupy suspicious sound, wanting you to underground. Don't be so astounded. Memory, masterminds of hope. Nothing can be done, the process has begun. In the skies, ready to rise, searching for the precious prize, hiding like a knife.
Are you having fun yet? Gregory. Everywhere you go, I will catch you. Always lurking around or beside you. Can't ever escape, may I remind you. Look who we have here, I just found you.
How consistently we go from track to track to track, and Scraton feels like they just master Vanny and the character that Vanny, like, of Vanny, down further every time. It's a genuine, like, skill. It's amazing to see. And you know what's even better? There's still more. There's still more. We're gonna go all the way through the Vanny stuff, and then we'll check out some of the others. And we will skip their Take Off the Mask remix, because that is a remix of someone else's song. And unfortunately, I can't spend all night. But we do have the Chronicles of Vanny, and then there's some sounds happening. Sounds outside my room. And yes, it is the Chronicles of Vanny next. Bang! Bang! I don't know if the transition takes out my audio. But ladies and gentlemen, we now have the 4th installment. It becomes more of a singing song, if I'm not mistaken.
Check me, you've been playing all the memories we made. Tumbling down the dim-lit chasm, I can see them slowly fade. Check me, keep your faith, good things come to those who wait. Steer yourself from endless sorrow, guaranteed to see your fate. This wild endeavor seems to take upon the shape of my true self. Maybe I never was so sure how deep the rabbit hole we down. So many ways to satisfy the hunger I forever feel. Pushing my Monday on return is no big deal.
This wild endeavor seems to take on a shape. Never seems to take on a shape. This wild endeavor seems to take on a shape. Never seems to take on a shape. You and me are one. Bad things can't ever harm.
Comes good, Strap.
Whatever you do, don't change. Just keep your charm.
You're the mirror's image. I know I've seen you try to deny. You can't escape from what you've made for yourself. You're part of the lineage, as mortifying it may be. The signs are burned inside you like the fire spreading far. This wild endeavor seems to take upon the shape of my true self. Maybe I never
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. This this is crazy. It's crazy. It's amazing to see that was an image. That was their only video. They didn't have an animation for it. They had just a lyric video. And they did so much. They did so much off of a picture. And maybe there's some animation. I know they had to do animation to get that pose, to get that picture of Vanny in the background. I know they had to get some animation. So maybe there was some, but there was like barely, if any. And it's amazing to see what you can still do. I mean, I'm looking at like, I don't have it pulled up right now. It's still, that still has more views than my most popular video. It's amazing. Nothing short of amazing. Nothing short of amazing, because we are so close to the ends. I was gonna say the end, my friends. Almost at 2K. Thank you for hopping in. 20 more? About 20 more? I am close to 20. It actually surprised me. Just making sure I don't have the page pulled up, but I am actually closer to like 15. It says 12. It says 12 right now. 12 away from 2K. Something with motion graphics. Dude, you know, I think now is the time to say I have actually been in talks with Scraton. I have a big project that I've worked with another Hydrogoon with, and I have been in talks with Scraton about behind the scenes. Yes, I've been emailing back and forth with Scraton, and I won't say what was said between the emails really all that much, but I will say there is a big project that is going to be coming out. I am talking right now with this other certain Hydrogoon about whose channel it'll be going on, who we're going to be reaching out for, because we are going to try and get an animation video for it. It is a FNAF song because it is with Scraton. It is a big project. It has something to do with the songs that you've seen here, and it brings such a smile to my face, because it's what I always wanted to do. Starting this channel, it's what I always wanted to do. Was make a true FNAF song. It was to make a Five Nights at Freddy's song with an animation that would reach out to audiences that are fans of the series, and even fans of the artist Scraton, or heck, even the audience. Almost said the audience. The artist that I am also working with on it, hand in hand. This is a Alltime X blank Hydrogoon. I won't say it yet, but just know I've been in talks with Scraton about it in the behind the scenes, and Flint and I have been. Well, there you go. Never mind. I just screwed up heavy. Flint 4K and I. I hate, man. Oh, goodness. Mystery Goon no longer. It is Flint 4K. Flint and I have been talking behind the scenes, and we have been working heavy. We have a huge chunk of it finished, and it will be set to come out early this year. As far as the project is concerned, Flint 4K and I, it is an Alltime X Flint 4K project. Oh boy, I sure do wonder. Yeah, I wonder who too. Man, me and my big mouth, man. I just let it. It slipped. It slipped is what gets me, man. It's just, man. How to make flint and steel in Minecraft? Yeah. Man, me and my big mouth, man. I can't believe that. Whatever. I have good news. We're almost through with the Vanny songs. They have other FNAF tracks over different characters, and they are Security Breach, but it's still amazing to me. They can make music that's so like what older FNAF tracks were. They had those breakdown moments where you could actually listen to just the beat, go at it. You can appreciate the beat, and then you can appreciate the whole thing together. Not an all-time low. Well, let's get into it. This is one of the last tracks from Scraton over Vanny.
Make no mistake, this ain't no curse. I chose my path, it can be worse. These feelings hidden deep inside might access to them is denied. I'll tell you everything I know. I have the answers I can show. The stage is set, so make a haste. No time to waste. Crack the code. Find a way back on the road. Reveal what once was lost to me. I beg you, set me free. Crack the code. Break the cycle of this mode. Repeat this pattern till it drops like sand on mine. Let's go. This is my cipher. It's part of our big plan. He's designer. Nothing can stop it now. This is my cipher. This is where it all started. Great divider. No way to shut it down. This is my cipher. This is my cipher.
Wow. I mean, 5 tracks in, they've sounded a little similar to each other, but this is such a different feel. The last 2 have been such different feels compared to what the first 3 were. And they still feel different somehow. And it's amazing that you can do that for 5 tracks so far. This is number 5 so far. And it's amazing that you're able to do that and keep doing it. It's a genuine skill. They do an amazing job. And they still keep the retention of the audience. It's the beat production hasn't fallen. The mixing hasn't fallen. Nothing about these have been bad. It's great quality, and to my ears, they have not fallen off, and have stayed at this amazing quality, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
allow you to recover. I will remind you who you truly are. Are you the one who makes everything happen? I know you're hiding, but can't run too far.
I can still sense my mind is there, innocent and fully aware. No matter what comes or what goes, this madness needs to be closed. My tragedy is now my vanity, adding to my insanity. Endless thirst to restore, I can't ignore.
Spread the cold, spread the cold. Going viral makes us grow. Bring all the victims right to me. This is how it should be.
Spread the cold, spread the cold. Let that data freely roll. Piece by piece built together. At one place you call new home. This is my cipher. It's part of our big plan. He's designer. Nothing can stop it now. This is my cipher. This is where it all started. Great divider. No way to shut it down. This is my cipher. This is my cipher. I made you all. You'd be nothing without me. I made you who you are today. Can't you see? We'll move the mountains with the power if you surrender. But if you resist, you only die.
Oh gosh, that felt like that was just straight up the characters. That is an amazing skill to be able to imitate the character so well that you feel like that is the character. Like that is both Glitchtrap and Vanny just talking. Just clicked with me. What was the purple and green represent? Oh, of this picture of like this. I would say that is reminiscent of Glitchtrap, where it is. The purple is the purple guy, but the green has always been like the digital form, so it's been like a mix of just Glitchtrap. That's how I've always interpreted it. Which brings us to the last Vanny track. And again, I have I've heard it before, but this is my take because I wanted to give my take on it because it's the last Vanny track they've done. Tiger Rock or something with those colors. Was it? Tiger Rock was blue and green. The purple has got is just Afton, and I think the green just always symbolized it was digital form. And speaking of colors and what they represent, we have the last track, and this one has always been yellow, which has been reminiscent of like the Princess Quest game, which is just another. It's so meta. It's so meta. It represents Vanessa and the evil spirit that you have to be in the Princess Quest game within FNAF represents Afton and his control over her. So to see Vanny here with yellow eyes, we are taking a step in a different, or not just different, but a new era direction. I have no idea what Scraton has in store for the future. Because apparently FNAF is working on their new game, their next game and whatnot, and they are also coming out with their second movie for this year. I am thoroughly excited to see Tiger Rock. Yeah. I'm thoroughly excited to see what they do. And let's finish it.
This is the night before the fight. I won't let anyone escape. Please bear in mind, I always find whoever hides and says what's mine is mine to keep forever. Feeding off the minds, however bright you might seem now or never. Cravings cannot stop me ever. Quiet, be quiet. Just be quiet and bear in mind, bear in mind. I need to cry, 'cause times are changing. I feel tension never ending. The memories you stole from me, I can no longer mention tonight. Can no longer mention tonight. Can no longer mention tonight. Tonight, tonight, tonight. No longer mention tonight. Tonight, tonight, tonight. Can no longer mention tonight. I want you to trust me. I want you to follow me. I can't do it alone. And you are the only hope.
Don't leave me.
Oh, I got an actual tear for that. There's part of that is so real that's just like that's Vanessa. That is Vanessa. That is just reaching out, trying to stop being Vanny, and you could tell by the end. I wonder if I can get. There it is. That's the mimic. Chills, yes, chill. Ugh. It's so different, and I want to make a song like that. That's what gets me. I don't care. I don't care. I really want to make a song like that. That is so cinematic. It's not even one that you would specifically put on for just any occasion. Orientation video for the pizza place. To me, this always felt like a cry out from Vanessa, from being like, there's a part that she said that she's just like, the memories you stole from me, and it's so sad. The I need to cry line, it just it digs, it burns so deep. And at the very end, you could tell it's the mimic. We are going on to a new era with Scraton. It's so amazing to see that we're still able to make more. There's more to come. There's more that's coming. I don't know what else, but there is more that is on the way. And the last thing that they had posted on their channel, they they had posted a month ago, and it was in December. I remember watching what we just watched was Uncanny Valley, and they had said that they had wanted to use that as a stepping stone in a sense, or like launching them into the next era with the new game, which is supposed to be I forget exactly what it's called. I want to say Legends of the Mimic, Stories of the Mimic, something like that. Tales of the Mimic. Hold on. I'm finding this out. Is it Tales of the Mimic? Hold on, real quick. It's supposed to be Secret of the Mimic. Secrets of the Mimic, yes. They had said that they are going to be working on stuff for when the next game comes out, which is supposed to be Secrets of the Mimic, and it's whatever that brings, they're gonna try and make music over that. Now I know they've had a game called Into the Pit, and I don't know if that's quite mainline. That does go back. Because that has to do with the ball pit and Springtrap. Before he was Springtrap, it was the... Ah, man, there's so many. So many games, and like Dom said earlier, the story's all over the place. And I think the Secrets of the Mimic just continues the story, which is what I think Scraton's been waiting for. But they have also done other songs as well, which was... We will check out... Yeah, Into the Pit was based on the book. Yes, the books have been having more and more canon, which is scary because they also just confirm different things from the games. Apparently, the FNAF 4 is confirmed that they have gas canisters that are going off into the room, which helps you hallucinate. There's sound discs that are on those animatronics that make you see the nightmares, and the gas together just makes it so much more terrifying. Into the Pit is the first book. If you see, I think it's one of the latest books. Into the Pit was one of the mini stories, if I remember, because Scott Cawthon's been making all the... Oh gosh, it's been like multiple stories in one. He makes like, I don't know, it's like Markiplier, 3 scary games. It's like 3 scary stories in one, but it's Five Nights at Freddy's, so they're not technically canon, but they are meant to confirm things that happen in the canon universe. So Into the Pit, maybe the game is canon, maybe it's not. I have no idea. I do know it's not the next thing in the story, from what I was able to discern, and I could be wrong. But Tales of the Pizza Plex is canon. You see, I don't know. I think some stories aren't canon, and I think in some aspects just aren't canon. Like, I don't know what to use as an example, but I think they are meant to be different situations that are meant to confirm different aspects. Like how Ennard Ennard was the Stitch Wraith. Well, the Stitch Wraith, or Ennard, if you know, Ennard is basically the amalgamation of all the sister location animatronics. Well, that's like one, two, three, maybe four, probably even more considering other. If you include the mini arenas, if you include the I forgot what they're called, the little baby animatronics, all together, all together. That's so much more than just two souls. Well, like in the story, there's two souls, but I think it's meant to confirm that there is multiple souls in Ennard. It could just be a whole nother timeline, which is just another reason. Can we stop with the multiverse stuff, please? Can we just make a really good story? That's what I loved about FNAF, though, is that it was one continuous. It's so story and lore heavy. Books should just be soft canon. Yeah, I soft canon, if that's the term that we could use. I would love for them to be soft canon. And it makes it so much worse when the movies do things different. Why is Vanessa in the first game? How is she there? Who is Abby? What does she represent? What is happening? Why is Afton there? And how did he get spring locked in the first game? Which, in the second one, they're starting to confirm the second animatronics are going to be there. That's not the story. What is happening? It's so much confused because you have book universe, and sometimes some of the book universe doesn't even like. You have the three books, the four closet universe. You have the mini series stories, which is just a bunch of series together. You have that universe. You have the video game universe. Excuse me, and then you have the movie universe. Why? Oh, why can't we connect them? Why can't we live together in one place? Why must we spread ourselves so thin? Yeah, and it was a whole thing of like Abby is an anagram for baby, but like, why would Abby become baby? She's the one that basically, spoilers for those who don't know, she's the one that basically turned all the animatronics on Afton to kill him. So why would she? I don't get it. I don't understand. Baby needs to be his daughter, but it's not Vanessa. Why is Vanessa his daughter? I've heard one theory that I really want to see. I really want to see. Because let's be honest, we've already opened the can of worms. The movie universe is different compared to what the games and to what the books have been saying. It's just different. It's its own thing. So let's just take it to what would be really cool to see. And this theory, I think would be really cool to see. It doesn't have to happen. I'm not saying that's what needs to happen. Whatever they come up with, I'm very likely going to enjoy. I love the Stitch Wraith. But what gets me, and I would love to see in this theory that was said, I don't know who came up with it, but they said, you know how at the very end of FNAF 1, Vanessa is hospitalized, she's in a coma. Well, she was basically grown up to help to be an accessory in William's crimes, his murders, whatnot. She's basically a villain. Now, by the end of the first movie, she's kind of like, redeemed herself to an extent. But she's in a coma. What if she wakes up and she just kind of, she forgets about Mike, she forgets about Abby, and she just reverts back to the villain. persona, and then there's something that said like, oh, Springtrap, William had always said if he's ever gone that she should take the mantle. She wakes up and she's the villain, and she takes up the mantle, and she is now Vanny. She doesn't have access to the Springlock suit. She has to make her own, which is why it's Stitchy, which is why this is now me just making it up from here on. The theory was that she would just wake up from the coma and she's Vanny. But I would love to see her wake up. Oh, she's Vanny. You have to have these conversations with her between Mike and Abby to bring her back. And if I can see on screen, if I can see in the movie universe on screen, Vanny pulled off right, if I can see Vanny and Springtrap together, I will be geeking. I will be geeking out in that theater. In that theater, I will be geeking out. If they do Vanny right, and they don't come up with some stupid looking outfit. It looks like the Vanny outfit and works. Yes, he was smart to put the Springlock mask on. Why would you keep your... like, you gotta... Ooh. To see... We're gonna... It's confirmed Matthew Lillard is coming back as William. He's talked about the script. He's in it. And I don't know. I don't know if they're going to keep the PG-13 rating. There's always the chance that they just go like, hey, let's go a little further, and they make it R-rated. Now, for the hardcore fans, we would love that, but I also feel like FNAF is one of those series that, unfortunately, it does grace its presence in a lot of the younger fan base. And to keep it clean enough, they're barely going to, like, I mean, look what they got away with in the first film. They basically had a scene where someone got chopped in half, which is scary to say, but they got away with that in a PG-13 film. The next one, I don't know what's going to happen. As long as they can get the looks right and they don't make it silly, stupid, cringe, whatever, they can make them menacing. As long as they make the villains menacing. And apparently, it's supposed to do a lot. It plays a lot more into the horror theme. You want to hear him say what's up, Doc, for no reason. Imagine the fourth movie animatronic would look like. Because I'm imagining we're going to get the second film. And let's be honest, it makes enough revenue for them to make a third film. That was their goal with the first one. They said, hey, if we make enough, we'll think about doing a second one. Dude, they made enough, they'll make a cinematic universe off of this. They could make a they already probably are in plans to make a third film. This is, it's, oh man. Regardless, I'm going to enjoy the film. I'm going to enjoy it. And I had talked with all the Hydrogons whenever the first one came out. And we all had our thoughts. We all had our like, oh, we wish it was like the games, or we didn't understand why they didn't follow either the books or the games or the miniseries or whatever. I still think it was good for what it was, especially for being an experience that the younger audience could still enjoy. If they could still go watch it, and yeah, it is a horror film in a sense, to an extent. It's kind of like a thriller. They still, it gives the opportunity for, like how I was talking earlier about Murder Drones. the fan base is a bunch of like what I used to be. A lot of it's angsty teens. A lot of it is a fan base that confides in the series because they fall in love with it in some way, shape, form. So even if they do keep the PG-13 theme, whatever, I'm not going to complain that much because there's a lot of more people that are going to be able to enjoy it. And they still pulled it off pretty good. We saw the spring lock suit before the actual spring lock happened, and it was still one of the coolest villain things I've ever seen in films. What if they brought the fourth closet into the film? I'd be, apparently they're supposed to bring in a new major character. You imagine they bring Charlie in, and she turns into the puppet by the end of the film? Oh my gosh, if we get the puppet... I mean, we're supposed to be getting the toy animatronics, which means it's number 2. You see how in-depth I'm getting about this and how much I love this? Could you imagine if they brought Charlie, and we're in the toy animatronic area. This is number 2. This is where the puppet's supposed to be. Imagine they don't have the puppet yet, but they bring out the security puppet. Could you imagine that by the end of the film, something happens and that puppet comes back, and they have a scene where where the puppet jump scares them, and it's like, no, hold on, wait, it's me, Charlie. Like, oh my gosh, could you just imagine? Charlie could be the reason that they bring Mike and Abby back to whatever place. They could be like, oh yeah, this place has to be looked after. And you're one of the only people that survived one of the nights there. You're our only hope to make sure that things are run right here. And Charlie's the only one there because her father's not there. And then in the middle of it, you could have a scene where it's like Abby or Mike going to visit Vanessa, and she's gone. Some crazy things are happening, and it's Vanny. But then there comes a point where she brings back Springtrap. Oh my! Could you just imagine? I'm already geeking out at the thought. It's so amazing, and I am excited. And I get that some people won't like that, and I get some people don't like that. It's still going to go in its own direction compared to the video games or the books. But we're already off that track. We're on its own track. I feel we just make something that's cool regardless. Because at the end of the day, it's still trying to be faithful in some way, shape, form. William Afton is still Springtrap. It's not doing something crazy where someone else is Springtrap. It's not doing something crazy where we've changed something extremely different. I mean, let's be honest. The first guard was always named Mike anyway. Yeah, what if Charlie's using the puppet like a monitor? Could you... Oh my gosh. I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic about just even thinking about it. Nobody else knows the pattern on the mic. Mike's front door was reminiscent of the fourth closet. Yeah, pun intended. Remnant. Yep. If Remnant isn't mentioned once, I'm gonna lose it. Somewhere in this film series, because they're making a third. And what if it's a mixture of Sister Location and the fourth game, The Nightmares, because those two are the same location? Could you imagine? It's really going to be Charlie. Let's just, this is just theory. We're just theorizing at this point. We're not even reacting to Scraton tonight. Could you imagine that the next film is what we just said? It is Charlie's the next big character that they're bringing in. Somehow she dies. I bet you she will. So she turns into the puppet. and something happens where like, oh, she has to stay behind so the other animatronics stay there with her so they're not out in the streets, whatever, causing mayhem, or she lets them pass on, whatever. Something happens. But then you imagine, oh, like, the house she grew up in was always weird. Where'd you grow up? Oh, is this house that was on a hill? And it was like, and you go there, and it's the fourth. It's Five Nights at Freddy's 4 house. It's the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 house. And you and you go through whatever horrors that happen there. But then you realize, that's strange. Well, I wonder what these vents connect to. I wonder why it smells funny in here because it's hallucinogenic gas. I wonder why we're on a hill. You could have Abby running out to go play, and she finds there's a door in the hill. It's the sister location. Oh, dude, Henry, Emily, dude, if we get to hear a monologue from Henry Emily, this badass monologue from Henry Emily, before he burns down the building that Springtrap is trapped in, we've completed what we needed to do. As long as I get to see Vanny, Springtrap as a whole, and Henry burning the building down one last time to end it off, we've done what we needed to do. Yes. 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 There's so many things in it. Matt Pat's probably going to be brought back. Let's be honest, he probably will get to reprise his role where it's like, oh, it's another Sparky's restaurant, or like, oh, he got fired. Oh yeah, they're letting me work here now. Matt Pat's coming back. If I don't get to hear, it's just that, oh, he did say it is just a theory. I bet you they're gonna have the scene where he's at another restaurant and they have some like one of those small games for kids to play, and it's like a maze or something, and he says something along the lines of like, "Oh, do you know that that probably symbolizes this?" But you know, it's just a little game theory. I will lose it. I will geek out so hard in the theater. I will go crazy. I will feel complete. We don't even have to do the security breach stuff. We don't have to do that. We could have references. We could end it off on like, oh yeah, the company. What is the company? Can we find out what the company is and why they're still making all these dumb decisions to continue the series? Food theory, he could talk about. Film theory, he could talk about any theory. Matt Pat's done so much, and I would love to see more FNAF YouTubers make cameos. Corey got to have one. That's cool. Where's Daco? Where's Mark? Markiplier. Where's Mark? Where is Mark? Because he wants to be in it. And as long as his schedule is open, which it should be, where is Markiplier? Is he Henry Emily? Is he going to be the next big character? Is he just going to have a cameo? I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's going to happen regardless. And could you imagine if they brought Living Tombstone back? if you just had them as, like, cameos as well. I mean, originally, if I'm correct, the first movie, that first guard that you see, that was supposed to be Mark, and that was going to be his role. But now he could be something so much bigger. I'm excited. I'm excited nonetheless. We've been doing this stream for close to 2 hours, and it's supposed to be a Scraton reaction stream. Let's go back to that, because I geeked out way too much over the FNAF films and what it could be and whatnot. But it makes me... Yep. It makes me happy to know that there's still other people that you can geek out about a series about like this with. So let's pick one or two more Scraton tracks to end off on. And we can react to... Let's do... No,
Hi, my name is Khadijah.
not that. That's an ad. That sucks. Here we go. We are going to react to two more tracks, and one of them is going to at least be we're going to end on the Chronicles of Roxy track. Now, I didn't get to go over every character that every FNAF character Scraton got to cover. No, don't feel bad. You brought up lore. I love FNAF, and you get to see how much I love it. I love the series. I love the games. I love the story, the lore. Music Live later. I will check out Music Live. I will check it out on my own time first, just in case. But there will be potential more streams on, like live listening to different artists as well. I've done one before with my fellow Hydrogoon Sam Rotsflow, and go check that out if you want in your free time. But now I'm doing Scraton, and I will do this with plenty others. I will do this with JT Music someday in the future. I will do this with Try Hard Ninja. I will do this with a lot of FNAF stuff, and then a lot of other non-FNAF stuff. I'll do this with Zach B. I'll do this with different characters. Not characters, sorry, artists. And if you have any suggestions, send them my way. But for now, we are going to listen to these last two, and then we will end it out. And let's bring up Scraton's song called Mischief. This is over the character Eclipse, which is both sun and moon. I don't remember this one that well. So, this will be different.
It's past your bedtime. You're not supposed to be here this late hour. Wake up in the night, look all around, and seem to find the right way out. That was a noise my ear can hear, this won't be nice. Set out on the quest and bring some light to the mysteries beyond the light. Something gone wrong, my eye can spy here darkness lies.
Maybe I just feel too paranoid. I can see the shadows in the corners of my eyes. It's been feeling like I'm staring in the void. Turning off the power maybe wasn't really wise.
Just keep the lights on. Naughty boy. lights on. Play some games until the dawn. Lights on. Oh, I wish you would be gone. Lights on. Open persons, pictures drawn. Lights on. You're just nothing but a pawn.
Maybe I just feel too paranoid. I can see the shadows in the corners of my eyes. It's been feeling like I'm staring in the void. Turning off the power maybe wasn't really wise.
The children must be punished. Naughty boy. Look who's here. You want to play? No matter what, I'll make you stay. You can't escape me now. You've got nowhere else to go.
That's so different. That's so different. Now, it's not as different as what Uncanny Vanny was, but that is still so interesting. And you know what? It makes me so interested. Why? There's one character Scraton hasn't really touched on yet. They've made a song. Well, there's two characters. They haven't made a song for Monty or for the Mixes character. And I think a Mixes song would go crazy, and a Monty song would go crazy. Mixes, especially in Scraton, a unique all-timer. In Scraton style. Well, we have time for one more. And this one is over my now more recent, one of my two favorite characters from the Security Breach series. My first one being just Vanny, and the second one being Roxy. Roxy Wolf is one of my favorite. I think she is my favorite animatronic out of the whole series, because it's so interesting to see an animatronic that showed compassion for a character. For those who've seen Ruin, you get to see the main character. New games coming out this year. Yeah, the new possibilities of stuff that's coming out this year too. It makes me excited to see what others are going to be playing and what others are going to be getting into. And not even for the trends, for like just to know what people are like into genuinely. Gotta do some lyric writing. See, I recorded right before this stream. I've been still on my job hunt, but I've been taking my free time, and I've just been going after, like, working after this stuff as much as I can. That's why I'm doing a live stream today. But here we go. We have the Chronicles of Roxy. Let's get into it.
Roxy, I wanna know your secret. I'm not afraid to die. Tell me which one of us is weaker. Think twice to say it's I. You keep the lie to yourself because the truth is hard to swallow. Leave the shiny crown on the shelf, cause all you have to do now is follow.
I love when it's decided just for me. I love when I'm provided the help I wanted. I love when it's decided just for me. I love when I'm provided
For one of my favorite characters, I love this track, and I may be biased, but I love it. I love it, and I cannot wait to make a song like this for Roxy. I've made two tracks before. They don't really turn out the way I want, and which is crazy considering my Roxy track is like what, my third most popular video. It's so, when I did it, I was so much younger and I didn't really know how to do better music, how to not be monotone, how to mix the way I can now. Um, my genuine dream is that someday I'll be able to do this for a living, where I can make this music and put it out there for a fan base that's not only just like, mainly so the fan base can enjoy it, especially for what it is, and they can enjoy it, not just the music, but that it's a thing from the series that they can watch, they can put on and be like, I want to hear a FNAF track. Not a track that you could just stick on any label and be like, oh yeah, that's an all-time arcade track. No, I want people to find this track whenever they're like, I want to see a FNAF track. I want to see a track of a Roxy. I want that style. And it's, if the day comes where I get to do this for a living, not the reaction, like the music, making music like that, and I get to do it for a living, I feel like my dream, I will have made it. I will have made it. And that's what makes me excited about Murder Drones. I feel like it's a step in that direction. The Murder Drones content I have planned. I think the Persona stuff is doing extremely well. They are passion projects. Regardless, everything has turned into a passion project, which makes me feel fulfilled in what I'm doing so far. It's not fully, I don't feel fully fulfilled because it's not doing what I wish it could do. It's not reaching the audiences I wish it could reach. But I do feel like I'm going to find an even bigger audience that I can create amazing content for. What's up, Sam? What's up, my brother Sam? And I'm sorry if I'm late. Streams are always late like this, but I'm sorry if you texted that 5 minutes ago, and I'm just now seeing it. But what's up, brother? That's my brother Sam Rots. Flo and Champs, love to see y'all here. Thank you all so much for being here and sticking out with me to the very end. Yes, spit. But this is the goal, the dream, to be able to do this for a living. I feel it deep in my soul. Unironically, I feel like this is something God put me on this earth to do. I feel like this is unironically something that I am willing to give my all for. And I love watching others like Scraton do this because it's something they love to do. And they do stuff that has touched me in a way that I can. They inspire me. And Sam is here. Sam. To be able to someday make that content and be able to live off your dream is the dream. That is the dream for me. And I pray about it every day. Every day that it happens, that it comes to fruition. And that's why I feel so good about this next Murder Drone song, or this song that's coming up. I feel like it's going to be a step in that direction in some way, shape, form. And I'm excited. And I'm also taking another step in that direction with talking with Scraton behind the scenes, like I had said before. I'm not sure if anyone else in here hasn't heard this yet. I have been in contact with Scraton behind the scenes, and we have a project together. there is a project in the works with Flint 4K for something to do with Scraton. I am excited to say that we are going to be contacting even more people in on this project. "2024 was grinding for experience. This year he's using it." That's an amazing analogy. That is an amazing metaphor. I love that. I will in fact be re-saying that to the rest of the goons. I love that. But I am ready to take that next step into this and put my all into it. If I could upload weekly, I would. And unfortunately, I don't always have the videos I can to do. And beginning of this year, you're going to be seeing a lot of Persona. You will see a lot of Persona. It's not exactly the audience I feel like deep down I want to promote to, but it is still an audience I want to work to show what I can do. Because I love the series Persona, so you will see a lot more of it regardless. But I also love Five Nights at Freddy's, as you could tell earlier. I want to make more content for it regardless. And you know how I love my albums. I've done so many albums. I've done one over Ultraman. I've done one over Hellsing. And now you're getting one for Persona 4. There is a day I unironically want to make an album for different Five Nights at Freddy's content. And I would love to make those reality. To drop an album over a series I just love, and this fan base can go wild. Can love it musically, but mainly also because of what it's over. And they can appreciate the references, they can appreciate the delivery, they can appreciate if it fits in the character, if it fits the vibe, if it fits the style, if there's a person that loves a specific character, they can find that character and love that song. And they can listen to that song as if the character was rapping it for them or singing it. But anyway, we are going to wrap it up here with Scraton and Roxy.
Roxy, I hope you get the memo. Nothing can hide from my mind. Everywhere you sniff and will go, I will stand right behind. Many mistakes, feeling all the earthquakes. Gonna need a lot more, keeping all the ice. I'm ready to be the one who conquers dreams. I want to
Hear your scream.
I love when it's decided just for me. I love when I'm provided the help I wanted. I love when it's decided just for me. I love when I'm provided
The help I wanted.
To rap on a drop like that, I would go nutty, bro. I would go nutty. You know, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow arcaders, that was a reaction stream and a a show of. I wanted it to be an appreciation to Scraton, and I know I didn't react to the videos, the animation videos. So I will give a shout out to Scraton's main editor, Mountsy. Uh, they do amazing animations, and I hope to be in contact with them someday because I would love to work with them, and I would love to work with Scraton, um, because it covers topics that I just fell in love with. Like I said earlier, where I confided in FNAF. Genuinely. Have a good night, Alltime. Oh, if you're leaving already, have an amazing night. Thank you so much for stopping by. And we are wrapping it up. We are. But I want to end it on the note that there is a project coming out sometime soon this year with me and Flint over something to do with Scraton. And I cannot wait to, you will see promotion on that. And there is so much more this year, and there's a lot coming. There is a lot on the way. Regardless if it's FNAF, regardless if it's Murder Drones. You could see me making a Digital Circus song. You could see me making content over a different series I haven't touched on, maybe. It, personally and surprisingly, Booty's actually turned on in a recent grind. I'm glad to hear that. I will be working with so many different people this year. There is a lot planned for this year. It's only January. It's still the first month. We are reaching the end of this month, but it is still the first month of the year. There is so much more. There's more challenges. There's more adversity, but there is more opportunity. There is more amazing times ahead. This July, you may see something you have never seen me do. There could be amazing opportunities that are just maybe a day away. Maybe it's this weekend. Maybe that's when something amazing happens. But just know that I've stuck through it all. I have 6 years I started this channel. And I'll be damned if I give up. So don't give up on what you want to do either, because I'm not. And to see what others can do, it just further drives me to do something amazing that I want to do as well. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for stepping into this stream experience with me and this reaction. Thank you immensely to Scraton. You make amazing music, and I love what you make, and I cannot wait to see what else you make in the future. And thank you to everyone who stopped by and had a great time. Thank you to the 100 Goons, and thank you all who will eventually see this. And the future fan base. I like to think that sometime this year I'm going to be stepping into a fan base that I'm going to be amassing an audience that man, my voice is cracking. I'm hoping I can open a bigger fan base, and find the audience that will truly enjoy the content I'll be able to make. So thank you all so much for stopping by, and have an amazing rest of your night. I will see you all in the next one, and like I said, there will be more of these live reactions to other artists, so stay tuned. I have more on the way. Make sure to check out that Murder Drone song that I'm coming out with this weekend. Have a great one. Arcade on. Alltime out. Peace.